Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Simon Ninsky, or Simon Mwangi for those who want my full name. And we are back with the Club Banters Game Week 12 preview. Leo Steve ni kama hakuweka bundles ama ni tokens. Steve hana tokens, so ako kwa giza. Itabidi afanye show na audio only. Steve, how are you, my good friend?
I'm good. Even though tuko kwa giza hapa, but the show must go on. The show must go on.
Yeah, it must. It must. A long time. Sorry. Last time we tried to do a show, but unfortunately now it was me who had power and internet connection problems. That's why we went silent. We were having a discussion about Kenyan football, and we might mention it as we go along. But it's good to see you guys. Good to have you back. Remember, you can always send us a comment, and we shall highlight it or we shall read it in our show. Yes, Steve. International break. How has it been for you?
It's been quiet. I enjoyed the serenity of it all. But I still, after some time, I missed football, regular football. I missed watching Ole Gunnar fumble. Yeah, it was good, and but it went a bit quiet the latter stages. So yeah, I'm glad football is back. I'm glad club. Let me specify: club football is
Club
back.
football.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm also glad club football is back. It's been 2 weeks of therapy, I think. Not having Manchester United play was a bit of therapeutic because I didn't have to get angry. But some shocking results. The likes of Portugal are struggling to qualify for World Cup. Do you think that now, since they're heading for the playoffs, they will be able to make it? It's not been a good week for Cristiano.
I think Europe has really evolved, where you find that even small countries have big names. That's why you find like small country. Which team is it? Denmark or there's a certain country that Denmark. Yeah, they are really good players actually. The team is, I think, it's well coached. I think that they're not so big players, but they are not noticeable players. The players are unit. So I think Europe is really evolving right now. Countries that were that were regarded as not football strong, like Denmark, Iceland, certain countries, but now they're showing their grit, which is good. It's a good surprise to see the likes of Italy, who are champions just a few months ago, going to the playoffs together with Portugal, which are some of the few notable big international teams that did not make it to the World Cup. So yeah, I think it's a good thing.
They haven't made it yet. They haven't gotten those automatic qualification spots. They still have a chance.
Yes. They still have a chance. Like I think there are 8 teams which are playing for the playoffs. Is it 8 or I'm not sure?
Yeah, 8. Yeah,
around that
8,
number. So, but only 3. There are only 3 slots remaining. So I'm curious to see if Portugal and especially Portugal and Italy, if they'll qualify. I smell an upset. I don't want to be the angel of doom, but I think Portugal might just may bottle it. I don't know why. I just have a feeling, which will be the end of Cristiano. I think if they don't make it to the World Cup, I don't think we'll see Cristiano again in the international arena, which will be sad. I would love to see him at least until the World Cup. So, and see how he performs. I think it will be a big blow just for football in general if Cristiano is not in the World Cup. I think he's one of the most notable names in world football. So if his team don't qualify, it will be a big blow. Yeah, but FIFA is FIFA. If FIFA want Cristiano in the World Cup, they'll They'll find a way to make
They'll
them
do something. We'd rather
they'll
have
do
33
something.
teams.
Yes. They'll do something. So yeah, but I hope Portugal go through. Portugal
Mhm.
and Italy, just for the
Yeah.
competitive edge of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think yeah, but it was good. It was good to see some smaller considered small teams beat bigger teams,
Mm.
showing that football has really evolved in the continent of Europe.
True. I also agree with you. It's good to have such competitive nature from what would be regarded as smaller clubs in Europe. And I believe Italy and Portugal will qualify with through the playoff chance. For Africa, yeah, we also had notable teams like Gabon. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang won't be playing in the World Cup, which is sad. I still hope that we can also see him in the next one. But he's a player that we should see in the World Cup. Moving on, we have our game week 12 preview, which is starting today. We have a big match being played today. We have Augsburg playing
Today there's a
against
game.
Bayern. Yes, we have
Oh,
Augsburg,
okay.
Bayern,
Oh,
and then
okay.
we
Thought
have
in the
Monaco and Lille. Sorry?
no, I thought you were saying EPL, but so
No.
continue.
Yeah, we are having AS Monaco versus Lille, which is a big match in France. Currently in Russia, we have Zenit St. Petersburg versus Novgorod. Yes, Novgorod. That's a very tough one to pronounce, especially if you're a Kikuyu like me. Zenit, it's just gone into second half. Zenit are leading 3-1, with Novgorod having a red card. So we can just say Zenit have it. But football is a crazy game. Who knows? The game might end 3-3. We have Augsburg playing against Borussia Bayern Munich, sorry, at 10:30, and then you have Levante who are playing host to Athletic Club. Lille versus Monaco. What do you think there, Steve?
Uh, Although Lille, I think Lille are still a strong team.
Mhm.
So is Lille at home or
Away. Monaco is at home.
away?
Mm.
Monaco. I haven't been following Monaco so much, but Lille is a really strong team. So although they're away, I think they can grab a point or three.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd go for a Lille win or a Lille or
Mm.
at least a draw from Lille.
Mm. And it's sad to see Monaco the way it is right now, considering that Monaco, you remember back then, when
Simon?
they were looking. Hello, yeah, can you hear me? Hello. I think we've lost Steve, but it's going to come back. I'm saying, Monaco. It's a bit sad to see what they are going through at the moment, considering that we thought they would be like the likes of Man City and PSG, with their money coming in. Remember, they had bought players like Falcao. Uh, they had James Rodriguez. So we expected Monaco to be among the top teams in Europe, like the likes of PSG and Man City there. But unfortunately, they are struggling a bit. So, in my view, I think they are going to lose against Lille. Lille currently are enjoying a good time in French League One, and they are going to perform well in that game. As for Bayern versus Augsburg, Bayern, I think they are going to win. I believe they are going to win. But Bayern sometimes they might disappoint. You find that whenever you think that they are going to win, they usually lose like a 1-0, or they are beaten 5-1. Like you remember the last time they were beaten 5-1 by which team? Was it Mönchengladbach or was it Hoffenheim? Can't
Was it
remember.
Stuttgart? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
either I
let me
can't remember.
confirm. Yeah, so Bayern, I think they will win, but yet again, at this point in time, as I said, Bayern, you can't really trust them anymore, like we used to trust them, because they might lose 5-0 and then go on and win. Uh, let me see. Bayern. Yeah, they lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach 5-0. But that was in the DFB Pokal. The last time they lost in the league was in 10th was in 3rd of October, where they lost to Frankfurt 2-1. Yeah. So we don't know what's going to happen in that match, but their opponents are not having a good season. They've only won 2 matches so far in the league. That is beating Stuttgart 4-1 and winning to Borussia Mönchengladbach 1-0, all at home. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see. Moving on to Saturday. On Saturday, we will have the following fixtures. We'll have Chelsea playing guests to Leicester. That's the early kickoff. So Leicester, Chelsea. And then you have Aston Villa, Brighton. We have Burnley, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Brentford, Norwich, Southampton, Watford, Manchester United, Wolves versus West Ham, and then the big one, Liverpool versus Arsenal. Hapo ni Buchi versus Devi. I wish wangekuwa kwa show leo tusikie vile
Is it really
watachochana.
a big match, that one?
It is a big match because it usually has big score lines. There's one
For
team
one
that
team.
usually gets walloped while the other gets a big result.
I don't think it's a big match because we all know the score. Okay, not the score, but the outcome of the game.
The outcome.
We know who will go with 3 points. So I don't consider it such a big match. Maybe it's a big match because of the fans and the supporters. Maybe the numbers.
And also the size of the clubs. I mean, Arsenal is not a small club. Arsenal is a big club.
But the levels of those two teams, they are night and day. So I don't see like it will be a competition between the two teams, that it will be like a tight game. I don't see any tightness with that game. I think it will be a one-way street for Liverpool. All respect for Arteta and his resurgence, but I think Liverpool is a bit too much right now for Arsenal, and especially because now they are coming from an international break. Maybe some of their players have had some time to rest, so it's like a new sort of semi-season that is starting after a somehow longish break.
Yeah, actually it was somehow long. I think it was a very long international break. I agree with you in that it's somewhat of a start of like a semi-season or a fraction of a season within a season, because after this we are going to have a run of fixtures until the next international break, which will be in February. So there will be a very long run of fixtures, and it's time now you'll see where the table now will start taking shape. But I don't agree with you that the match might be an outright win for Liverpool. I think Arsenal this time are going to try their best to overcome Liverpool, because I've been watching their matches and they are doing quite well in terms of pressing, in terms of defending as well. The goalkeeper is also keeping them in the game. Of course, they are meeting a different sort of animal in terms of Mohamed Salah and the likes of Jota and Mane. But I think they might get not a result, but they might get a good performance against Liverpool. For the result, I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful for the result, but in terms of the performance, I think and I believe you are going to see a good performance from Arsenal, not like the ones you usually see in the past, where they just roll over and give Liverpool the win. I think this team right now, they have confidence. I think Arteta right now has given the players the confidence. Even if Liverpool win, I don't see a big win like we're used to, like the 5-0, 4-0 sort of win. But anyway, Arsenal are Arsenal. They always disappoint. They always shock you. When you expect them to lose, they win. When you expect them to win, they lose. And expect them to draw, they either win or lose. So it's for me, I think, Steve, it's a difficult one to call. For me, I think it's a difficult one to call. And when I say difficult, it's in terms of the result, whether if Liverpool win, it will be a 4-0, 5-0, or it will be a 2-1 or a 3-0.
For me, that's the easiest game to call of the weekend. I don't see Arsenal getting 3 points. Are they at home or at Anfield?
They are at Anfield.
Yeah, I don't
Anfield,
even.
oh, definitely Anfield. They can't get a
Actually,
result.
I don't think they can even get a point. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't think that Arsenal will get even a point there. I think if they're lucky enough, they can. If they don't get scored in the first half, they
Mhm.
might just get a chance not to be embarrassed. But
Mhm.
if Liverpool starts scoring in the first half,
Mhm.
I'm sorry to say it will be another Manchester kind of performance where Liverpool will have a field day with the Arsenal defense.
I
So
hope it.
I
I
don't know.
hope it won't be a training match for them, like City versus Manchester United. You know, I was shocked that Kevin De Bruyne said that they didn't train for the Manchester derby. They only trained for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Uh,
because we don't have a game plan. That's why.
yeah,
The reason
yeah.
why the other like a coach can say that is because they don't know what we'll do. Because
Mm,
since Manchester doesn't have a certain game plan that they usually
yeah.
play with,
Mm.
there's no way you can try and counter or train to counter that kind of play if you don't know what kind of play that the team will come with.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
they all they had to do is just to be told, play
mhm,
your own game,
true,
and they
true.
did that, and they were able to go through us like jelly.
Mm, yeah. I'm looking at the stats here. I want to pull in the stats here and just share. Let's see. Mm, yeah. There you go. So we have the stats there. We have the head-to-head stats, and this is courtesy of SofaScore. You can go to sofascore.com to get all the match stats, fixtures, and results. And I'm looking at all the fixtures played. That is Arsenal versus Liverpool. Liverpool, of course, won last time at Emirates. That's the last season, the last time they met. They won 3-1. In the EFL Cup, of course, Arsenal knocked out Liverpool after extra time. This was on penalties. Let's look at this. Anfield, Liverpool 3-1. Community Shield, of course, Arsenal won on extra time. But you know, now in the league, there is no extra time. the last two results, I think Arsenal have against Liverpool in the extra time. India, may notice evil.
Yes.
Because you have this after extra time, and then you have these after extra time, and those are what we call our people call tin pot cups. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah, the last time Arsenal won 2-1, that was at Emirates, and then at Anfield 5-5. This was the EFL Cup. Liverpool won after extra time with penalties, as you can see here. Anfield again lost 3-1. Liverpool 5-1. The other result at Anfield, Liverpool won 4-0, Liverpool 3-1. I think now you get the flow. So the last positive result they got in the league was in 2016, and it was a 3-3 draw. It was a 3-3 draw. So we see a trend there. Uh, who knows? Who knows? Itakuwa an interesting match to watch. Let us know at home. What do you think? Do you think Arsenal will beat Liverpool? Do you think they can get a draw at Anfield? And remember, Anfield is a fortress at the moment. Let us know what you think. Moving on, Steve, we have another big one, that is Leicester versus Chelsea. Leicester are playing host to Chelsea. Chelsea, the informed team at the moment. Leicester have an indifference or a different performance. They wako juu, wako chini. What do you think about this match?
Uh, I think Leicester are Leicester at home. Is it at the King
Yes,
Power?
they are at home. Yes, King Power Stadium.
Uh, I think Leicester is a team where if they decide to play well, they
Mhm.
are, they don't have like a consistent like tempo of play. they might play high tempo this game, then the next game they are not so they're not so hungry for the ball. So depending on the kind of Leicester that will show up against Chelsea, if the Leicester that we played with show up, they might have a chance. But if the Leicester that gets beat by, I think, Watford and other lower table teams shows up, Chelsea will have a field day. I think Lukaku is back, if I'm not wrong.
No, he's not back. The coach confirmed that he won't play this match. Yeah.
Okay, but they have so many scorers. I think they still have an array of different players who can score. So Lukaku, I don't think even Lukaku has been really missed. I think they've been able to adapt very fast from his absence, which is commendable for Tuchel, where if his top striker is out, he still finds a way to score goals and to win matches. So I don't know, that it's a hard game to call, but it all depends on what Leicester team shows up that day. If they are a bit lethargic, I think they'll get battered by Chelsea. But I hope that Leicester get a draw, at least a draw. I'm hoping for that. I'm praying that Leicester stop this juggernaut of a team, at least so that we can catch up. 11 points is a lot of points to catch up with. So yeah, I'm hoping for a Leicester win or at least a draw.
I think this one Chelsea will win based on how they are playing and looking at how they are progressing throughout the season. I think Chelsea will win this one. In fact, I'm confident that Chelsea will win this one. Leicester have not been having a good time at the moment, and I think the rumors around their coach going to Manchester United. In fact, there was a rumor that he was house hunting at Cheshire in Manchester looking for a place. I think that might cause a bit of a disruption for the team. Also, the likes of Vardy, they haven't really been doing well this season. I think Chelsea will win this one. If Brendan Rodgers still goes with the 4-4-2 and Chelsea play with the 3-4-3, I think Chelsea will win because the 3-4-3 fixture seems to be working well for Chelsea. And as you say, they have a very strong team and they have players that can come in and change that game. Because I think what Tuchel will do, I think Tuchel will play the likes of Mason Mount in that game, if he's available. And Mason Mount will be able to pick out the midfield and the defense at Leicester. So for me, I'm predicting a 3-1 win for Chelsea. Masera is saying expected result is a Liverpool win, no doubt. If Arsenal can get a draw, that will be an amazing result at Anfield. Just in case Arsenal wins, it will be the biggest shock so far in the league. Arsenal just need to avoid an embarrassment. I think all of us agree on that, Masera. And coming from you, it's very interesting. I think it's good at least to see you admit that you will lose a game.
I don't think anyone expects Arsenal to get to come out of Anfield with 3 points. But miracles happen.
Yeah, they do.
It would be good for us, but it would be too noisy for us as fans. I think Arsenal are really noisy when they win matches. If they are noisy winning against Watford, I think winning against Liverpool will be unbearable for us or for any football fans out there. So, yeah, but I hope they get a draw. I think a draw is good for everyone. Which they'll stop Liverpool and they won't have so much to talk about. So yeah, I think I also think. What are you talking about? Chelsea or Arsenal?
Leicester and Chelsea. Yeah, I think we've lost Steve there, but I hope he will join soon. Moving on, we have Manchester United who are going away to Watford. It's their first fixtures of 3 away matches. Manchester United not having a good moment in the league. They are really struggling. And Ole Gunnar came out in the press conference today to state that the team is trained well despite having 9 days off. And they are impressed by the players like Jesse Lingard and Van der Beek, who will get a chance to play. But we all know Manchester United, they usually disappoint, especially when they play against smaller clubs like Watford. And Ranieri has proven to be a tricky manager for Manchester United in the past. So, Steve, do you think that Ole will come out with a result against Watford before we go back to your point about Leicester and Chelsea?
First of all, Ole out. I'm still singing the same song.
At this point, there's nothing much you can do. It's just to say Ole out, but the club has
all
chosen to stick with
episodes
the
will be Ole out episodes for me until he's out. So, tafadhali viewers, bear with me. It's Ole out till the end. I'm not so excited about the match, honestly. Just to be honest, I expected the board to have acted upon the previous results. The guy has won, I think, one match and drawn one, which is not good. I think I don't know. I don't know why he's still. I know I'm ranting the same thing every week, but it's unthinkable how the guy is still at the job. I don't know what magic he uses to be at the job. Losing at the manner of which he lost with teams that we are supposed to be challenging the same cup with is reason enough just to say, I'm sorry, guy. You tried your best. Thanks for the rebuild. We need a better manager, but that's what we have. Speaking about tomorrow's game, I think we'll win. I honestly think we'll win, not because of Ole or anything, just because of the team has respect. Let's say the players have respect for the club, and I don't think they'll allow themselves to lose another game. Watford, I know people say they are a good team, but I think we are better. Man to man, we're a better team. So if everyone turns up, I don't think it will be so hard for us to get 3 points. But you never know. Ole team is Ole team. Things happen that we can't explain. So yeah, I hope we get 3 points, but I'm not 100% sure we'll get the 3 points. But whatever happens, as long as Ole Gunnar is still I won't be surprised by any outcome of that game. Honestly, I won't be surprised if we win by 5-0 or we lose by 3-0. I'll have the same demeanor because yeah, we still have a clueless person, tactician, or I don't know. I won't even call him a tactician, but we have somebody who is not fit for the job, doing the job at one of the biggest clubs in the world. So either the board is just complacent and don't want to pull the plug. I don't know why. It's not like Ole has won us like 4 or 5 cups that we say, oh, okay, he's doing bad, but going back to the previous year, won us 1, 2, 3. It's not that kind of situation. If it was that kind of situation, it would be better. But the guy hasn't won anything for us. That even he's been to, I think, is it 3 or 2 finals, which he lost all those finals. So I don't know why he's still in the job, honestly. Also, another point just for the coaches. This is a bit deviation. I don't think Brandon is the guy, honestly. If you are going for a coach, I wouldn't go for Brandon Rodgers. Yes, he's done good, but he's not a winner. He's not like we need a winner, honestly. If we are going to sack Ole, let's not bring another guy who's been an almost guy. You know, there are coaches who are the almost did something coaches. I don't think we need just a winner who knows how to win, who regularly wins. And the only one we know is, okay, I know two right now, is Zidane and the Ajax coach. I think those are serial winners, so they know how to win. They are hungry for the win. They don't take anything less. So if we are going for any coach, we don't want another rebuild. I think if we take Brandon again, he'll now come and say, okay, this is my philosophy. We need 3 seasons to do this so that we can get a cup. I don't think we need such a coach. We need a coach who will come now and demand results now. And Brandon, for me, is not that coach, especially mid-season, where all the players are not his players. We don't know if he needs Ronaldo in his team. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about Manchester United.
So do you think that we will get a result versus Watford?
I hope. I know Leon has so much. I use that adjective, hope. I hope we get a result. Regardless of the coach, I still want my team to win games. It's there's no joy of me losing, of my team losing a game regardless. So I want us to win, but it won't be as joyous as the day where we hear that Ole is sacked. I think sacking of Ole would be, even if we lose on tomorrow and Ole gets sacked on Sunday, I'll be a happy man. This will be the best weekend of the year. So yeah, I hope we win, but I expect anything.
Okay. You were saying something about Leicester and Chelsea before I give my prediction on the Watford Man U game.
What was I saying? Can't even remember. But okay, I was saying that I think Leicester, I hope Leicester will win. I hope they'll even get a draw, but I think Chelsea are still favorites for that game. But Leicester, if the Leicester turn up, they'll get a result if they turn up, because they have the personnel, they have the style of play, and they have Vardy. Is Vardy fit?
I think so.
And they have Vardy, they have Inacho, they have the other guy. I don't know. Is this Daka or what's his name?
Patson Daka. Yeah,
the guy actually is not techy. I've watched some highlights of that Daka. The guy does nothing technical. Like, he's not a really classy, like stylish player, but he knows how to make runs. I think that's something that every top striker should have, and I think that Daka guy has. He's always well positioned. Whenever the wing guys have balls, I've seen him like shift away from the defense. He gives himself like 2 steps away from both central defenses. So if a ball is put through, he's always the first one to get it. So I think he has a good mentality as a striker.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can bench Vardy at the moment. I still think Vardy is a good enough striker to lead the line for Leicester. But Daka is coming. I think in a couple of seasons, if not next, he might just put Vardy in the bench or retire him. I think that's the plan. I assume that's the plan with Brandon, that Vardy is reaching his age, is catching up. I don't think Vardy of now is the same Vardy of two seasons ago. So, and Daka is a good replacement. Considering that this is his first season, I think he's done well. Yeah. I guess that's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay. I think now going back to the Watford versus Manchester United game, I believe we are going to win. I think Manchester United is going to win. Convincingly, I don't think so. It depends on the choice of players Ole goes with. Today I tweeted something out. I said that if Ole has common sense at this point, he should select the fringe players and give them a chance to play and prove their worth before their January or summer exit. Because you have a list of, I think, 9 players who want to either go out on loan or leave in January. We have 3 or 4 players who want to leave on a free in the summer or during the summer. So I think if he has common sense, he should give those players chances. The likes of Van der Beek, the likes of Jesse Lingard, even the goalkeeper, Dean Henderson, should be given a chance to play against Watford. He should also play players like Martial. We haven't seen him. I don't know whether he's fit again. Remember, he said that he was not feeling well. And then you have Ahmad. We've forgotten about that kid and Sancho as well. We spent 70 odd million for that player, and he's not even getting game time. So I think those players should be given a chance. I think we are going to win. Convincingly, I don't think so. I think we might scrape a result because I think most coaches have known how to play against Ole, and they know the weak points and the loopholes for his tactics. Unless he went to Norway and came back with amazing tactics, I don't think he's going to change how he plays the team. Kwa wale wana bet, for those who are going to place a bet, kama kawaida, goal. Manchester United can't seem to keep a clean sheet at the moment. On whether we are going to continue or we are going to start again the run of unbeaten games away from home, we are yet to see that. Looking at the last reasonable fixture on Saturday, we have Newcastle who are playing against Brentford. Remember, Newcastle got a new coach. There was a bit of a coach merry-go-round during the international break. We have Norwich who sacked their manager, and then you have Aston Villa who sacked their manager. Norwich took Aston Villa's manager. Then you have Newcastle who took another former Premier League manager. So Newcastle versus Brentford. What do you think? Both managers play attacking football, and we want to see whether that match will have a flurry of goals.
I haven't seen Dean Smith for a while. I think he was coaching the championship team. Is it Bournemouth?
No, Dean Smith was in Aston Villa and he went to Norwich.
Oh, he was in Aston Villa like this season.
Yeah, he was sacked recently.
He was sacked from Aston Villa and then he was. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I thought he was in. Okay.
Bournemouth's coach, that is the former Bournemouth coach, the new Newcastle coach, was the one who was in championship.
Yeah, what's his name?
Eddie Howe.
Oh, Eddie Howe. Yeah, I think I'm confused. Eddie Howe and the other. So I think Newcastle, I'm not sure, because just for the reason that their coach hasn't been coaching rather Premier League team. So
he has. Remember, he's the one who brought.
Yeah, he was. But he was relegated.
Was he relegated? Yeah. He got relegated and then he got sacked.
And I think this is their second season down.
Yeah.
So we can say he's a championship. He's an established championship coach. So
I sort of disagree with you there because remember that he took that team from League 2 and he brought them to the Premier League. They stayed in the Premier League for 5 seasons and then they got relegated. Then after 1 season down, when they saw that they won't be able to come back to the Premier League, they sacked him. And now he has gotten a chance. Newcastle. Remember, he's the one that built the Bournemouth team with no money, more or less, and they were able to perform the way they perform. Now he has money, he has resources, he has the ability to get the top coaches that he wants. So I think let's not call him a championship coach yet.
But no, what I'm saying is that from now till the window is open, the January window, I think Newcastle will still struggle. I don't see them reaching the top 10 teams. I doubt if they'll be able to until January, where they can at least recruit a few players strengthen the squad. Yeah, I think I don't know. They're playing against Norwich.
Yes, no. They're playing against Brentford. Brentford, which is a very attacking
Simon?
team. Hello, yeah, I'm here, Steve. I think we lost you.
Yeah.
They are
How
playing
did they play
against
against
Brentford.
Norwich? Oh, Brentford.
Brentford. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brentford will win simply because Newcastle are not such a strong team at the moment. Plus the instability of getting a new manager, so he'll try to do things differently. So it might not work for the first few games. So and Brentford, I've gotten. I think I didn't respect them when the season started. I thought they'll be relegated, but they are really good. I'd say that. I think they're the team. I think if there's a team that has surprised me this season, it's Brentford. I think Brentford has played amazing football against top teams like Liverpool, like which other team? Arsenal. Like
Yeah.
they've played really good football. So yeah, I think they're the teams. They're one of the teams that really surprised me this season. I didn't respect them at all beginning of the season because I hadn't seen so much football from them. But I think their coach is really good. They play as a unit, which is really good. I think they remind me of the first season of which the team that got relegated was, what's the name? They were even against the same jersey. Last season there was a team that I think, what's the name? Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield.
It
Yeah.
reminds me so much of the first season of Sheffield where it surprised everyone. Where they were in December, they were at the top four. No one knew how they came. So
Yeah.
they have that kind of that kind of arrogance with them. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, I think they'll do well. They might not even be top 10, but I think Brentford will survive this season, going by the fact that they are where they are at the moment.
Yeah.
And they are really poor. The teams below them are really not performing. So yeah, I think I'd go for a Brentford win this weekend. Maybe a narrow win, like a 2-1. Yeah.
Personally, I'll go for a draw. I'd go for a 2-2 draw because I think both teams will play attacking football. Both teams will have a structure to counter each other. Brentford play the traditional 4-4-2 with Mbuemo and Ivan Toney at the top, two very strong and fast, quick strikers. I love how they are playing. They have a front three of Mbuemo, Ivan Toney. I can't remember the other player, but they are very, very traditional. They are the sort of players that will bully you and take a shot on goal when you least expect it. So I think we will have a 2-2 draw. I think it will be a 2-2 draw. That's my prediction for that match. And I agree with you in terms of their arrogance. They believe that they are a big team. They are playing like a big team. They are not playing like a championship team. You know, when you look at other teams when they come to the Premier League, they usually just want to get a draw or they score fast against a team and then go and defend. But they are all out attack. If you watch them against Liverpool, Arsenal, even Everton, they were just going forward and looking for those runs, looking for those goals. Yeah. Now, quickly moving on to Sunday, we have Tottenham, who are playing versus Leeds. That's a very good match to watch. Two tactical geniuses against each other. That is Conte versus Bielsa. That will be a very good match to watch. If you are a neutral fan and you love football, I think you shouldn't miss that match. And then you have Man City versus Everton, another big match. Everton have not been doing quite well this season. Is the guy approaching the sack? Is what's his name? I've forgotten even the name of the coach.
Coach
What?
Benitez.
Everton coach Benitez. Yeah, Benitez. What is happening with Benitez?
I think just for respect, I think because they don't know what they're building. It's his first season. I think they'll give him. But if he finishes below top 10, I don't think he'll be given another season. Yeah. It hasn't gone to plan, I guess. Either he doesn't have the right personnel, or I wouldn't know exactly what's the issue with Everton, because the players are there. Maybe it's the system, they're not really adapting to it, which is sad to see such a great coach. I have a lot of respect for the guy. I think Benitez is a good coach. I remember some time ago, before Ole came, I actually thought Benitez would be a good fit for Manchester, because he's won stuff. He's shown that he can remove teams from the gutter, like Newcastle, for instance. They were down there in the Championship and he brought them up. So I have a lot of respect for him, especially as I remember the heydays of Liverpool in the Champions League, where they produced some amazing football in the Champions League against the so-called best teams like AC Milan of the time. So it's sad. It's sad to see that it doesn't work. He hasn't worked in Everton. Maybe it's the curse from Liverpool, since I hear there's some Liverpool guys I hear where they say that they wouldn't want Benitez to succeed in Everton. It would be some kind of betrayal. I don't know how that's a betrayal, but that's what they say. So yeah, I think talking about this weekend's game, Man City, I don't see them losing to Everton, especially since they're at the Etihad. Yeah.
The empty hat.
Empty hat.
The empty hat.
Yeah, go for a Man City win. Man City win.
Tottenham leads. Two tactical geniuses against each other. Conte versus Bielsa. Bielsa into a 2020. No chance, no giving you space. High press football, quick runs, fast players. Conte, who's also quite defensive, and at the same time he usually attacks via the wings, the wing backs. Unfortunately, he has one key player who will miss this match, and that is Christian Romero. He got injured during international duty recently. He got injured. I think he will be out for the next 8 weeks or so. Who do you think will win this match? Leeds are not having a good season. Last season, remember that they showed that they can match up against big teams. But do you think that now they have a chance to play against Tottenham? Probably Tottenham are not settled with a new coach.
To be honest, it will be an intriguing game. I still haven't watched any game where Tottenham any game where Conte is manager. I haven't been able to watch any Tottenham game, but I think this one is a good game to assess how good actually Conte is, because if he's able to overcome Leeds, I think that will be a good turning point for Tottenham. I think I'm still intrigued on seeing how it will all unfold for Tottenham. But I have this feeling that Conte is just a refined version of the previous guy. What's his name? Nuno. Since they both play the same kind of defensive football where they use their wing backs, which was surprising why Nuno didn't use that system in Tottenham. It was very surprising for me that the system that brought him so much fame with Wolves, he decided not. I don't know why he decided not to use it at Tottenham. It's surprising to me why.
Probably it's because he did not have the players.
Yeah, but Conte is using it now, and he doesn't have the players. So
remember when he went to Chelsea? Remember when he went to Chelsea? He converted Victor Moses into a wing back, and it worked out.
Yeah, and now I think Conte will do the same thing. That's why I'm saying Conte is like a more refined Nuno, where he sticks to his way of play, regardless of the personnel. He believes in his style. He gets results from his style. He won the league in 2 different countries. So I guess there's no one who can say that his style doesn't work because he's used it in two leagues and
And three
he's a
teams.
match victorious.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it will be intriguing. That's what I'm saying. It will be intriguing for what happens at Tottenham. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm saying I'm saying
I'm still
he won leagues in two countries with three different teams. Remember that he won the league with Juventus and Inter in Italy,
yes.
and then he
Actually,
won with
Juventus were playing with that system when he was there. Were they
yeah,
playing
he was.
with wing backs?
Yeah, he was playing with wing backs. And I remember he had a midfield three of Pogba, Vidal, and Pirlo.
Mm.
Mm.
And there you have it. I think, yeah, I think Conte will win. If I'm all honest, this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Leeds haven't been so convincing this season.
Yeah.
So Conte might just win. I think Harry Kane has started
Mm-hmm.
firing again, as we saw in the
Yeah.
international break.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope maybe it's his resurgence.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Tottenham will get a good result on Sunday.
Mm. And we have now moving on to La Liga quickly before we end the show. We have Barcelona who are going to play against Espanyol. That is on Saturday. Remember that Xavi had a welcome back or went back home as a coach this time to Barcelona, and they had an interesting signing, Dani Alves. It seems like Dani Alves needs to share with us the anti-aging food or creams. Because the guy is still is still good. I mean, I watched the presentation and the guy is still determined like the way he was when going into Barcelona. Yeah, we have Xavi back. Interesting to see how he's going to do it. I read an article where he set the rules that they used to have back in the day, where guys wouldn't go out. In the previous day, they had a game. There were curfews. They had to check what they eat. He's starting to bring back the Barcelona culture, as it were. Do you think that
But
he
we
will
need to ask,
succeed at Barcelona?
uh, just once I want to interject or to ask a question from with your
Mm,
question, with your statement, saying
mm,
that he'll try and put the Barcelona of old where
mhm,
they were not. I don't think the crop of players we have now,
mhm,
especially with social media and everything, I don't think we have players who are as disciplined
mhm,
as before, since they earn like 10 times more of when Xavi and Iniesta were winning Champions Leagues with Barcelona. I think now players earn a lot of money and they have more say on in regards with how they spend their personal time.
mhm,
So unless the players themselves decide that they will not uh, partake of some things,
mhm,
it will be very difficult for any coach in the world. I was watching a certain documentary where certain coaches say that, especially the coaches who were still coaches during, I think, let's say a decade ago, were
mhm.
saying that coaching a player right now, you need to be like their dad because most players are indisciplined. That's what they were saying.
Mm,
Most
mm.
players are indisciplined because they have so much say and so much money and so much influence that
Yeah.
they can misbehave and you'll be given a call. You might say you won't play, but a call will come from up and say, kindly, we need to see Mbappe in the lineup.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to discipline players today because simply because they have so much power. Let me put it that way. They have so much power and influence in the football world, and since football now is more of a business,
Mhm,
it's not from like back then it was more of glory hunting, but now it's more of a business where having Mbappe in your first 11 will get you more money than having me in the bench. So as a coach, you might be told that we need to reach a certain quota, and if Mbappe is not in the field, then it will be, or if Neymar is not, for instance, is not playing, then it will be. It's hard. It's hard for coaches. Let me just say, it's hard for coaches to implement some old school rules in players in 2021. Yeah, but Xavi seems, yes.
I agree with you. I think we are at a point where coaches are having a difficult time. You found that that was evident, and especially as you said in PSG, where you have a lot of players, especially the bench. Like they bought Donnarumma, or they got Donnarumma on a free, and he's not getting match time as much as you would like. You look at now the conundrum at Manchester United. You have to play Cristiano and drop the likes of Sancho and Martial. So I agree with you. It's difficult for him. Let's see how it goes. Let's give him time. Barcelona usually do have a way of finding a working formula or winning formula. It has worked with their former players before. Remember, it worked with Pep. It worked with Enrique. It worked with the other former coach, the one who passed away. Rest in peace. It was called Tata Villanova or something like that. So probably it will work. It will work with Xavi, and I think that's why he's bringing back some old players like Dani Alves. Who knows? Probably we'll see Messi go back to Barcelona. It's not like it's not working out for him at PSG. He might decide to cancel his contract at PSG and go back to Barcelona.
But the problem, I don't think the problem is him not wanting to play for Barcelona. I think it's Barcelona not affording.
Yeah,
so if there was any chance, if there was any chance that Barcelona could afford him, I think they'd buy him back because he was the team. Which is evidence now that without Messi, Barcelona is a shell of what we know Barcelona to be. So, and he was the GOAT when he was in Barcelona. Right now, headlines are not. The headlines is not Messi did this, Messi did that. His star has dimmed a bit, I'd say. I still think he's the best player in the world, regardless of whether I support Manchester or Cristiano Ronaldo. I still believe in my heart that Cristiano is a better. Not Cristiano. Messi is a better talent. Let me use the word talent, not player. He's a better talent than Cristiano Ronaldo. He doesn't seem like he puts as much effort to him winning Ballon d'Ors compared to Cristiano, which for me shows if you're not putting as much effort as the other guy and you're still getting comparable or even better results than the other guy, it's statistically proven that you should be the better player. you should actually be the better player. If I'm sleeping the whole year and you're reading the whole year and we get the same marks or even beat you some subjects, then I'm actually smarter than you. I'm able to grasp whatever I'm taught. So in that logic that I'm using, that's weird logic that I'm using, that's why I believe the GOAT, okay, they're both GOATs, but for me, if I'm asked that question, who was the better player in the span of the 13 years they were playing together, I'd say Messi. I'm sorry for Manchester United fans who think I'm betraying the club.
It's not about the club. It's about the player. Real Madrid are going to play against Granada. They will be away to Granada, and then we have. Let me see the other fixture. Let's go to Italy. Inter Napoli on Sunday. A very huge fixture there. We have Inter Napoli. And then I'm just trying to go through quickly because we have exhausted our time. We want guys to go out and have a drink or something. We have Leipzig. We'll play Hoffenheim on Saturday, and then we have Lazio Juventus. Actually, this weekend in Italy, we have good fixtures. We have Lazio Juventus on Saturday, and we have Fiorentina Milan on Saturday as well. something to watch in Italy. Big fixtures there. And then in France, we have PSG who are going to play against Nantes. I think that's a clear win for PSG. And then you have PSV Eindhoven versus Vitesse. That is on Saturday. I believe that time is far much gone. We need to end the show. Remember, you can always follow, like, subscribe to our channel, Club Banters. We know we have been quiet this week, but it's because we also have some other duties to take care of. Remember, you can always become a contributor to our show by just DMing us, and we'll add you onto our panel. We're always looking for guys to come through and be contributors to our show. Anything from you, Steve, before we end this show?
Yeah, I know we promised our guys a couple of weeks switch things up. I think it's still in works. But we are still communicating with Simon regarding the same. So just keep it locked, keep it tuned. I think it's just a matter of logistics, finding the right time to go live, because we do live shows. This is not like a pre-recorded thing that we can just do anytime and post it anytime. So we need to find adequate time for when both of us are where both of us are free to do the live shows, to do different things with this. So yeah, but we promise that we will do something. We'll try and switch it up, change, do a bit of trivias. I think we had talked about that. And kindly, if you're a contributor and you want to talk, kama unapenda ball, let me use lugha ya mtaa. Kama unapenda ball, unataka kuongelea ball, uko na burning issue about timu yako ama timu yenye una support, kindly just even comment below this
video.
Tutaiona. Comment kwa hii video. We'll see it. We'll DM. The next show we'll send you links to be a contributor. You don't have to stay the whole hour actually. If you tell us you have 15 minutes to spare, it's still good. Si lazima ukae the whole hour. Tunataka tu like you open up, you give us your perspective about football, what you think about your team, what you wish your team to be. Na stuff hizo, yani tujibambe tu. It's not ni kitu tu ya kujibamba, yani let loose, kujibamba. Kama unapenda ball, that is kama sisi tunapenda ball, so hata hii tunaiona like it's good to talk about football if you're a football fan. Yani ni raha tu yani. Because mpaka uwe contributor ndio utajua raha yake, acha tuniseme hivyo. So keep it Club Banters.
We seem to have lost you there. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, for all your comments, your suggestions. We have a few suggestions coming through to our private chats. But keep it Club Banters. Until next time, see you guys. Have a good one and keep safe. Bye-bye.